What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Get It Right Saturday Night podcast. I am your host today, Colin Fursley, and with us, we have my only host because Mark is here, obviously, because I'm the one that's talking. We got Oscar Morale.
Hey guys, how you doing? Great to be back. Great to be back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I feel like Stephen A. because Molly canceled First Take, and now Stephen A's the host. So I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm the host. Mark's
yeah.
gone. Forget about him. All right. Well, we got a lot to get to today. Very, very exciting to talk about football. I'm always excited to talk about football, even when your favorite team sucks, as is mine. But first off, we're going to talk about college football, and we'll get it started by going over the AP poll, top 25 AP poll, some changes, some movement there, and then it's going to be mostly a very boring week in college football. Not a lot of crazy matchups, except for one incredibly hyped one for us Florida boys, specifically specifically a student like Oscar that goes to the University of Miami. Very excited to talk to him about College GameDay as it will be visiting Coral Gables, Florida, and it's going
Please
to be a
let
lot
me
of
kick
fun.
the ball, Pat. Pat, let me kick the ball.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that because I want to talk to you about that. But all right, so first of all, let's go and that's funny. I hope you do kick the ball. You got to get lessons from Marco. So
Taking the
first
boys on a
up,
Europe trip.
yeah, let's go, let's go. Here's the top 25. So first of all, I'd like to point our attention. I think the best, funniest, craziest thing. Georgia Tech, welcome to the top 25. They went from unranked to number 18. Very, very impressive, beating Clemson on a walk-off field goal last weekend. And also USC is now in there at number 25. And Vanderbilt, very impressive showing against South Carolina. I'm pretty sure Lenore Sellers got hurt, but now they are number 20. And yeah, Oscar, what did you think about the Georgia Tech game, and how do you feel about them being in the top 25?
I think, well, firstly, I'm not surprised Georgia Tech won. I mean, you look at um their history playing ranked opponents in the last 3 years, and they're 7-1. Their only loss was
Wow.
I believe, like quadruple or quintuple
Eight. No, it
overtime.
was eight. Eight
Oh,
overtimes.
I remember I was watching it with my parents, trying to explain
Yeah,
college
bro.
football to them, in the living
Yeah,
room.
it's a
Um,
great game.
yeah, last year against Georgia. So they are very good as underdogs against ranked opponents. Hell, I was there last year when Miami lost to Georgia at home. Sadly stormed the field and sat there in dismay as the goalposts were being torn down. Um, but what I will say is I'm not shocked by this from Georgia Tech at all. And honestly, now they're in the driver's seat. They have control. You look at the rest of their schedule, it's super easy. No FSU, no Miami, no SMU, no Louisville in the ACC. I could easily see them being in the ACC conference championship game at
Yeah,
the end of the year. I'm being so serious. Um and the second thing that this game proves to me is that Clemson are frauds, which is very sad to see because I was quite high on them at the beginning of the year. I think if you go back to our two pod episodes ago, you'll see that I spoke very highly of Clemson's talent, and they had one of the most talented teams coming into the year. I mean, they had a lot of returning players, a lot of veterans on that team for college football's sake, and they've just been performing very poorly. I think it's just an execution problem for them. I think they'll get better as the year goes on, and they might even find their way back into the general conversation. Um, but with how things are standing right now, I don't think so, due to the sudden surprise and a welcome one, I'll say at that, of FSU. So they're definitely in hot waters right now when it comes to trying to make the playoffs.
yeah, that is true. That is true. Big, big, very, very happy about Florida State. Very happy. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if when we play. Um, I guess a better team. I mean, we got UM, we got Clemson. If they're going to be any
Well,
good,
Clemson's not going to be a
I, I,
challenge for you
I,
guys, I don't think. I think that
I
that
think so. I think so.
I think the Miami game's the one that in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I should say, is the one
Yeah.
that's really going to be a challenging one for y'all.
I think Clemson could be a little bit hard, and I think Florida is going to be challenging as well. Even though we'll get to Florida, don't worry. But
Yeah.
still, it's always those are rivalry games are always close. So
I will say this. Um, is there anything else you kind of wanted to point out about the AP Top 25 poll before
like I want to talk
I
a
say my
little bit
point?
about the top five or so teams,
Okay.
but
So
go ahead. Yeah.
that kind of has to do with what I'm. No, go ahead, Colin. Kind of
No, no,
has to
you go.
do with what I'll go into it. So I've been very unhappy with the AP poll the last 2 weeks. I mean, we're in week 3, so week 1 you can't really judge because there
Yeah.
haven't been any games played. But especially this week's AP top 25, a lot of questioning to do. For the AP poll members. Specifically, you look at a team like Penn State at number 2. You look at who they're playing. I don't see at all why they should be number 2. And okay, yeah, I would much rather see a Miami at 2. And if you want to say okay, that's biased, put a Georgia at 2, who just had an incredible win against Tennessee on the road at Neyland Stadium. When that stadium was rocking.
Yeah.
And they were
Great game.
down early and had to come back. Um, hell, you could put. I'm honestly surprised LSU stayed this high. I know they won against Florida, but it was quite a poor showing against them. And that Clemson win is aging like milk. So,
Yeah.
same thing with OSU and Texas, kind of, but that one's still a little bit more respectable. So I understand keeping Ohio State at 1. They're also still undefeated, national champs and all that. So not mad at Ohio State at 1. And yeah, essentially just get Penn State and LSU. You could keep LSU in the top 5, keep them at 5, but get Penn State out of the top 5. What have they done? Oregon is boat ridden. Oregon looks scary, man. You can put Oregon in the top 5. I know they haven't played, you know, a truly class opponent yet, but they've still faced better teams than Penn State. Penn State have like been playing high school teams, man. Like FIU. Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So I agree with you. I don't think Penn State is that good. I think they are too high, but I would still leave them at number 2. Reason being they started there and they haven't done anything bad. They haven't done anything good, but they haven't done anything bad that would make it seem like that would warrant them dropping. So I think over time they're going to play Ohio State. They're going to play these teams,
Well, they
and I
play
think they're
Oregon
going to
in 2 weeks.
yeah, okay. So
Or
they're going to
actually no, next week. Next week, yeah.
okay. So I think they're gonna play good teams and they're probably gonna lose because I don't think they're that good. That's just my opinion. And I think they'll drop. But until then, I don't think you can drop them because like
Well, it's
I think Miami is better than Penn State, but they like Penn State hasn't done anything bad that like if Miami jumped Penn State in the rankings, Penn State people would get upset, which I kind of agree with because it's like,
I
what do you
see
mean? You
what you're
said you're number
saying,
2. We're still number
but
2.
But the thing is, there are other teams that have done more impressive stuff that warrants them being ranked higher than Penn State.
Yes,
I'm not
but
saying unrank them, like take them.
no, no,
I'm not even saying
no, no.
take them out of the top 10. Hell, they're definitely still a top 10 team in the country. But I mean, you're kind of looking at the hierarchy now in football, and you're kind of saying, okay, Penn State maybe really is a number 2. Right? Maybe they're not the second best team in the country at this point in time, week 3 in college football. Hell,
I see.
they go.
I think
Let me tell you this.
yeah,
They go out and they beat Oregon. For example, they beat Oregon week 4. No, week 5 because week 4 is upcoming. Well, this weekend. So they go out beat Oregon week 4. I mean, week 5. Sorry. Then okay, go ahead, put them at 2 or at 1. You know. But they
yeah.
haven't yet. So
But the thing is that we think that Penn State is not that good, which is why we're trying to make a case for them to drop. But clearly the AP poll thinks they're that good, so they're not going to drop them because they don't have the same viewpoint as us. To them, they are still better than Miami, regardless of who they've played.
which
So
leads me to think, are they watching the games? Are they watching football?
maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Because
Maybe
I
they put
mean,
a big emphasis on last year.
I mean, just look at the top 10 in general. You look at a team like Illinois. Illinois is really good, but are they top 10? Are they number 9 in the country? Hell,
Yeah, I don't know.
I would put the Aggies over Illinois, who just beat Notre Dame away
Yeah,
in South bend. And
Yeah.
I know I'm actually not mad at Notre Dame still being ranked due to their two losses because they've lost against two top 10 teams in the country, and both games have been one possession games that have come down to the final play of the game.
Yeah.
Like Notre Dame
But it is
came.
crazy that they dropped that much though.
Oh, you think
Like
they should have been ranked higher? I mean,
no,
they.
no, 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 no. I agree with where they're ranked. I'm just saying that just the fact that they dropped 16 spots
I mean, they haven't won a
you don't
single game, Colin.
I know, no, no, I know, but it's just something you don't see a whole lot. That's my
Yeah,
point.
obviously, yeah, it's very rare. But
Yeah. I think LSU but
I
like
think
LSU
Tennessee, honestly, Tennessee should be ranked higher than Bama after what we saw this last week, and they're able to keep. I mean,
well
they they
actually I
went
kind
into
of disagree with you.
they went into overtime with Georgia, and they could have easily won that game. All they were missing was execution. They make that field goal at the end of regulation, they win that game, and they're ranked in the top 10.
I agree, but what I disagree with is the fact that they didn't move. Like, I get you played a great game. I get you almost won. But at the end of the day, you lost. You played to win the game, and they lost. And you're telling me a team that lost didn't move? I'm not saying to drop them out of the top 25, but maybe go back 2 spots, 3 spots. You
Well,
lost.
the
They
thing
didn't
is,
move.
Colin, look at the teams that are behind though. Utah. You think
Utah's
ten?
good.
Oh, probably top three offense in the country. But you put them in that game instead of Georgia. You think Tennessee's losing to Utah? I doubt it. Highly doubt it. Texas Tech? I highly doubt it. Georgia Tech? Maybe if they're playing in Georgia Tech, but not away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
You
I
look at those
agree.
teams. You look at those teams below them,
Okay,
and I don't see how
yeah,
much
yeah, but
farther you want to drop them.
but okay, but do you think if Tennessee played Illinois, they would you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I already said that though. I don't understand why Illinois is ranked that high. I understand they're a really good team, and hell, they have a ranked matchup this week against Indiana. So
hmm
that's going to be a very interesting game. Which also, I don't know if you saw, and we'll get to it, but people were complaining that wasn't College Game Day this week.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Or no, no, not that one. No, no, they were complaining about Utah, Texas Tech.
No, no, and Indiana, Illinois,
Oh, I don't know.
which doesn't make sense to me.
I get the Tech Utah game because they're both ranked, but I still bro, it's Florida Miami. Like, even though Florida's not ranked, it's still a crazy rivalry. So I agree
Yeah,
with that. But
And Florida could have easily still been ranked, by the way, if they would have beaten USF.
well,
And
yeah,
they lose to if they lose to LSU, even the way they did.
dude,
Uh,
LSU's defense is legit, but their offense is nowhere. They don't
yeah,
have an
horrible.
offense.
Yeah,
I don't.
and Florida's defense is really good too because you limit
Yeah,
LSU to just 20. By the way, I want to say
yeah,
this: that LSU UF game, completely uh changed how I view LSU. I still think they're really, really good, but I don't think they're the oh my god scariest team in the country anymore.
yeah. I
Because
agree with you.
because they did everything in their power to hand Florida that game. With 5 interceptions, Florida was still almost able to win that game, which is
Yeah.
mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, LSU was dominating the entire game. Like you said, 5 interceptions, and they only won by 10. Like you only scored 20 points off of 5 interceptions. That's ridiculous. Now, yeah,
Yeah.
like we said, Florida's defense is pretty good, but that's still ridiculous. 5 interceptions, and they only won by 10. That
Yeah.
was weird.
God, I love college football being back, man. I love being
Yeah,
able to have these conversations, being able to have these debates with you guys. Would have been hilarious to hear Mark's undoubtedly funny and wild takes at this point in time. Um,
yeah,
but
that's
yeah,
true,
my hot take. I think Texas has, in my opinion, the best and scariest offense in the nation.
bro.
Um,
Arch has been looking terrible though.
yeah, really bad. I think, honestly, if I'm being very honest, I think the Aggies and Georgia are gonna be the SEC conference game. I mean,
Yeah,
SEC championship game.
yeah, that's very possible. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. If you're a Florida
And
fan, You definitely don't want that to happen because you need to win every single SEC game you have on your schedule now to make the SEC
Yeah,
championship
that's
game.
not gonna happen.
But yeah, good luck to you, Gators.
Yeah. Yeah. And the best part about all this is Florida State didn't play a game and we moved up 3 spots. So that's just great. Very, very excited about that. All right, let's move to the main events now for college football. We have Florida versus Miami in Miami this weekend. And before we start talking about the game, College GameDay is going to Miami, like we mentioned, and I think that's super cool. I've always wanted to go to that. I love that show, and I just wanted to ask you, like, so I'm assuming you're going, but like, what's the plan?
Absolutely.
What's the plan?
So I've actually been talking to a couple of buddies of mine, and the line opens at 5 a.m., which
Yeah,
means people are probably going to be waiting up and camping it out.
the day
So the plan,
before for sure.
yes. So
Yeah,
plan, the plan is to get there at 4:30 ish in the morning.
in the, I don't I don't think that's good.
No,
No, because I've heard. So okay, first of all, it's like they're gonna do it on campus, right? Because that's where they did it last time,
yeah,
right? Okay.
they were already started building today.
Oh, okay, okay. That's cool.
Like
Um,
all the trucks came in today. I took pictures. Yeah, they're already starting to build everything.
that's sick. Yeah. The only reason I say that is because I've heard from before that people start camping out the night before, like sorry, the day before. So like it's on Friday, it's on Saturday morning. They'll start
The
camping
thing
out Friday afternoon.
the thing is, I've heard that UF isn't letting because our campus is tiny, and also they're doing it right by the lake. So
Mm,
there's not really a place on the concrete there or anywhere close by that you can camp out by other than like on the foot green. And I've heard that they don't want anybody staying overnight on the foot green. They don't want anybody like camping there on the foot green. So the people who can technically camp out are the people in the dorms. Lakeside dorms are right next to where College Game
mm,
Day is going to be. And so, unless you have a friend in a dorm or live in a dorm, like you can technically camp out um, for it. Otherwise, people are gonna have to get there really early in the morning to get there because they're gonna have security, like campus security, throughout the night, and they're probably gonna be kicking out anybody who's gonna try and camp it out.
okay.
Just from
Yeah.
what I've heard so
Hmm.
far. Again, UM's a really tiny campus compared to some of these other big SEC schools or bigger college schools. Like at UF, I'm sure it's super easy to kind of just camp it out.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I just like if the door opens at 5 and you get there 30 minutes before, I feel like there's just gonna be a lot of people there now.
We'll see. I mean, I have my
All
friend
right.
who's gonna be there as well. I have a whole bunch of people who are more or less gonna be there. We're gonna be keeping each other in the loop, but for now, that's the plan. I mean, don't worry.
Okay.
We're definitely gonna be there. We're gonna be in the
Yeah.
pit, and we're gonna be praying to Pat McAfee that they give us a chance at that kick.
Yep, yep, yep. That'd be sick. So I guess turning our attention now to the game. I think this game's gonna go hilarious. I think UM is gonna destroy them. I think this is gonna be it's gonna be fun to watch. But so like, what do you think more on a more technical basis? Like, obviously you watch more UM games.
So
Um,
game analysis. So
yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Gators football as well, honestly. And I'm gonna be honest, I think the game's gonna be a lot tighter than people are giving it for. Like, I mean, you just mentioned Colin, you think UM's gonna blow them out of the water. I don't think that's gonna be quite the case. Again, there's gonna be a very desperate UF team that's gonna do everything in their power to try and get a win here. And obviously, I don't think UM's gonna let them get that win. I still think we're gonna win. I think it's gonna be a lot tighter affair than people are gonna give it credit for. And I think it's gonna be mainly due to their defense. If Lagway plays like he did against LSU, I don't think he will, but if he does, then you're right. If he throws 3 interceptions, let alone 5, 3 interceptions, it's not going to be a close game at all. But
Yeah.
if he keeps things tight, I could see us winning by either only a touchdown or two.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be as tight as the Notre Dame game. Especially now that we've kind of settled into the season and UM's more comfortable. You know, it's not that first game of the season. And we have that experience under our belt too. Again, Florida doesn't really have a game like that under their belt. Yeah, I mean, you could have said LSU, but they played horrendously in that game, especially their offense. Their defense played amazing. But their
Yeah.
offense. I mean, you need to score points to win. Played really bad in that game. So I really think UM is gonna it's gonna be close. I think UM's gonna come out, good. We're gonna score an early 10 points, maybe 14 points. UF's kind of answer back, and it's gonna be tight till around the fourth, halfway through the fourth. I think then we pull through, we chew clock, and we win by a touchdown or two. But I think it's gonna be
Okay.
relatively close game in the 30s. I think it'll actually be in the 30s.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. That's interesting. So yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes, and I think it's going to be a good game regardless, and looking forward to it.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll say on college football is that I was thinking about this, and I feel like this would be pretty cool if this happened. But you're going up on October 4th to watch, or I guess you're going up before, but obviously to watch UM play Florida State in Tallahassee, and
Absolutely. I will be at that
I might
Tallahassee
go,
game.
I might go with you. If you got space in the car, I'll hop along.
Of course we have space in the
You
car
know,
for
actually,
lovely
just
Colin first.
thank you, thank you. Just a little bit of an aside. I was talking to Diego, and he was like, "Yeah, like Oscar's driving me or whatever," and he said that he thought that you didn't have space in your car. So I wanted to ask you, like, maybe you wouldn't. I don't know.
No,
I don't know what you're
absolutely.
taking.
No, we have plenty of space in the
Well,
car for
who's
Colin
going? Who's
first week.
going?
For now, it's just four of us. Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right, sick, sick. So anyway, looking forward to that. I looked at the college football games on that week,
And
and
we're
all the
thinking
games
about.
suck. No, I'm saying October 4th, college football, whatever week that is, week 6, whatever. The games suck. There's no good games. The only other good game is Florida, Texas. Florida, Texas. I guess that's okay, Arch, whatever, blah blah blah. But Florida's bad, especially if UM wins. Imagine College Game Day goes to Tallahassee, bro. Come on now, come
Two
on
in a
now.
row, 2 in a row.
2 in a row. What first time for me? I want to go. How badly would it be? I'd feel so bad if College Game Day chose to come here for the Texas game and I go to Florida State. Like, bro, what? That sucks. That sucks. But
Yeah,
hopefully it doesn't happen.
you'd
We'll
have to
see.
make a decision there.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'll probably just go watch Florida. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let's move along now to NFL. You
Everyone's
know,
favorite part of the pod.
Well, it's the section of everyone's favorite part of the pod, but it's not the subsection favorite part of the pod. You know what I'm saying? But
Absolutely, absolutely.
speaking of that subsection, we the games happened last week, week 2, our first week of making predictions, and we got the records. We got the records, so I'll pull them up right now, and we'll see who's in the lead. Yep. So here are the NFL prediction records for this year. Obviously, it's only been 1 week, so there's only 16 games up. But Mark Francis, congratulations, bro! You're in first place by 3 games. Very, very impressive. I have our picks right here. So Oscar and I, we both chose the Steelers to beat the Seahawks, except for Mark chose the Seahawks. So great pick by him. And then also we chose the Chiefs to beat the Eagles, and he went with the Eagles. So those games right there kind of tilted the tide in his favor. But Oscar, you and I are tied. We'll see what happens going forward, and let's see if you can defend your title because you did win last year. So congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yep. So now let's go talk about those games from week 2. So week 2 recap. We'll start it off with Thursday Night Football. Commanders and the Packers. We'll only go through a select games here and there. The Packers defense is unreal. Oh my goodness! Like, did you watch that game?
I watched parts of it, yes, and then it
Yeah.
got boring, so I kind of just turned it off. So
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
watched enough to know what was happening. Yes.
Yeah. I think that we'll start here. Packers defense is insane. I mean, Jaden Daniels, his stats actually looked like decent, like they're okay, but he was like you had to watch the
Iffy,
game.
yeah, very iffy in that game.
Yeah, you had to watch it. I mean, the Packers
I
defense
wouldn't
is
say
just
he
like
was
they have no
horrible,
time.
but definitely not what you come to expect from Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I mean, we saw in week 1 how much the Packers dominated the lines. Like same thing happened. Jaden Daniels had no time to throw. Receivers were locked up. Like this is one of the best defenses I've watched in a very long time. It's scary what they
Well,
can
I mean,
do.
the Eagles' defense as I was going to say, it's reminding me of the Eagles' defense from last year, man.
Yeah, but I think the Packers are better, honestly. From what I've seen
I
so far, I
I
think
think the
they're
best defense I've seen in the last 5 years was the 2023 Chiefs, man. That defense was
yeah, that was good too.
crazy.
That was good. Yeah.
Just
Um.
schematically, they weren't like really good on the eyeball. You know, it wasn't like, oh my God, they're getting sacks left and right, they're getting picks left and right. No, not like a Legion of Boom kind of thing, but
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
schematically, they were a defensive nightmare for everybody who played them. And Mahomes didn't even play that good that year.
Yeah.
Neither,
Yeah. It's true.
and they still won the Super Bowl. All right. That
Yeah.
defense was just schematically great. Sorry, little side note there, but
Yeah. No. No. You're right. You're right. Yeah. So we'll see if they can persist. And I mean, it really gets exemplified when the Lions drop 52 points on the Bears. It's like where the Packers held them to whatever it was last week. Like, it makes it even more impressive. Their offense is good as well. Jordan Love a little bit more efficient than Jaden Daniels. Josh Jacobs ran the ball very, very well. Their run game was good. And then Tucker Kraft had probably his best game of his career, 6 catches for 124 and a touchdown, and he's a tight end. So very, very impressive on his behalf. Uh,
Tucker Craft
game.
owners were very happy
Oh
that
yeah,
week.
absolutely, absolutely. This to me, game of the year. I think this game was better than the Ravens and the Bills, which that game was unreal as well. But
No,
just the
no, no,
back and
no,
forth and the
not too much, Colin.
no, no, I think so. I think it was definitely more exciting.
I think it was very
Different type
entertaining.
of
Don't
game.
get me wrong. I only watched the second half. I did not watch the first half, but
Okay. I mean, it was a different type of game. The other game was like one team was dominating and then a crazy comeback, which obviously is really fun to watch. And then this game was just like boom,
back
boom,
and
boom,
forth. Yeah,
offense, offense, offense. So different types of exciting. But I like this game better, higher scoring, more. It was more competitive. Like the other game was it was all Ravens then all Bills. This one was boom, 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 boom. So I prefer that type of game. Russell Wilson played very, very great. The interception in overtime, which was the only bad thing he did, like pretty much killed him. And what I thought was hilarious is he had like 458 yards, I think it was passing, which was his career high. And then on the last drive, he threw a little dump off to somebody, I forget who it was, and they got tackled and they lost 8 yards. And then his yards dropped to 450, which is not his career high. So he had his career, he was this close to having his career high. But yeah, I think Tyron Tracy, very surprised he only had 5 carries, unless he got hurt, which my fault if he did. I don't know that. But Scadaboo had the majority of the rushes, and then holy Malik Neighbors. This
yeah,
guy is unreal. I mean, that catch, the to go ahead, or I guess it was to tie. I don't really remember
yeah,
at the end of the fourth quarter.
yeah. It was a tie.
Yeah, that was very, very impressive. And then Wanda Robinson as well, getting a lot of targets. The Giants look a lot better this week than they did last.
Well,
Um,
I said in the preseason, I thought the Giants were going to be sneaky good this year, man.
yeah, yeah, we'll see if they can keep it up. And people were asking for Jackson Dart to, come in for Russell Wilson. Um, so I don't know, maybe Russell's is back. You never know. And then Dak threw a lot of passes. Um, Not crazy numbers, I'd say, like relatively. But got the job done. Obviously, they won. Brandon Aubrey, absolute beast.
Uh-huh.
There's nobody else like him. And Javonte Williams, very surprising, having a good year. Someone who has him in fantasy, very, very happy about that. But we'll see if it'll
Yeah,
continue.
for
And
real.
then CeeDee Lamb, yeah, you're back on track from disappointing week 1.
Whoa,
And this
whoa,
was the
whoa.
first.
He on fantasy, he still played
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
good
I'm talking,
week
I'm talking, I'm
one.
talking about real life. I'm talking about real life, real
Yeah,
life
no,
here.
absolutely. A lot of
Great
drop
game, great game.
passes week one that he did not have now in week two.
Yeah, that is true. Um, this game just DK went back to or like played against his former team and they lost. I'm actually very surprised
Me
that the
too.
Steelers lost.
Mind you, by the way, because they had a great week one performance. I'm like, okay, wait, maybe the Steelers have a little something going,
Yeah,
and looks like it's same old with the Steelers.
yep. I would not normally touch on this game, but I'll click on it just so we can talk about your Lord and Savior Cam Ward.
My
Um,
Messiah,
you,
yeah.
yeah, this was your upset alert. Very sad that the Oscars upset alert is already not on a good start. But I will say the disappointing game for the Titans. They're just not a good team. Let's just call it how it is. But but that throw from Cam Ward, one of the best throws I've ever seen. That was actually
That
unreal.
crossbody
And
touchdown.
I don't think a lot of people realize how hard it is to do that and how far it is. Like that's Okay, from one sideline to another, it's like 53 yards. 50, it's like 53 and a third or something like that. He almost threw that sideline to sideline and up like
It was
20 yards up the field.
diagonal. Yeah, yeah.
Like he probably, I don't know, and he's running and then he's running, but he's also throwing away like the. It's crazy. And he was accurate too. So many things go into that throw. It was really
Trust
impressive to
me,
see.
this
So
was
the
that
arm
was
talent
me
is
all
there.
of last season. You
Yeah,
go
yeah,
look at some of the throws he made against Louisville last year. That's exactly what Cam Ward did in this game.
yeah. That was very cool. Um, Io Manor's the one that caught that. Good promising rookie. I think he's looking pretty solid. Um, but yeah, I mean, not much to touch on this game. The Cam Ward has crazy talent, but his team's garbage. So it is what it is.
Well.
It
Through the first
is.
half, the upset alert was right. The Tennessee
Uh,
Titans were winning at
But
halftime.
yeah, okay. All right,
They
sure.
just they're missing on execution. Look, they have the talent there. I think this team's actually going to be pretty good this year,
All right,
especially
we'll see.
especially compared to last year. However, they still need to figure out quite a few things and
Yeah,
execute when it matters most because that's what's been killing them, man, in these games. It's just silly mistakes.
yeah, yeah. That's true. Um, Bills destroyed the Jets. Justin Fields had a concussion, and actually, now that I mentioned it, I just want to point this out. So there's going to be about five backups starting already in week 3. I think that's crazy.
Yeah,
Everyone's getting hurt. JJ McCarthy only played 2 games. He's already hurt. Uh, with
Joe
his
Burrow.
ankle. Fields concussion out. Now they got Terod Taylor. Carson Wentz is playing for the Vikings, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's injured. Jake Browning came in, played horribly, and then they still won, which is ridiculous. Um, that's 3. Uh, Brock Purdy's out, and Mac Jones played. He actually played very well against the Saints, so that was good. And then the last one is
Did you say Mac Jones is out?
no, sorry, Brock Purdy's out.
Okay,
Mac
I'm about
Jones
to
is
say.
playing for Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
And there was one more. I don't remember,
Was it
but
Kyler Murray?
no.
Are you
Did
sure?
I? Yeah.
I feel like Kyler Murray got injured, no?
Oh, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is out. It's Marcus Mariota starting for the Commanders.
Oh,
Pretty
you're right, you're
sure.
right.
Yeah. So very I don't know, very ready. I don't know, just an interesting week. But
The
yeah, we'll go here.
Dolphins
Dolphins
lost.
Patriots. We were really bad, bro. We played a lot better than week 1. So there's something to look for. But
We're
yeah,
horrible this year.
yeah,
Dumpster
it's
fire of a
bad.
team.
Now to like, I did think that was going to be the case. However, for a slightly different reason, and
Not
even though I
this
was
bad,
right,
though.
it's still sad. Like, I thought the defense was going to be bad and the offense was going to be good. They're both bad. So offense was a little more competent this week. Tyreek Hill finally had a long catch that was more than 30 yards, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, Achan's a beast.
Yeah.
And Malik Washington had that punt return, which was cool to see. But other than that, I mean, this team is really bad. It's not Tua is not seeing the field. He threw a pick that got called back for a penalty. So, but that was just bad. Like just a horrible read. And then he threw the pick at the end of the fourth quarter, which didn't lose the game for us because then we got the ball back afterwards. But still, like just horrible. He's just been
Yeah.
playing bad. And 26 for 32, 315 is not like it's not bad. Like those are good numbers. But you watch the game, and he's just not doing very well. And
No,
the
not at
Patriots are not
all.
even that good.
Nope. Nope.
Patriots are not that
We
good.
are genuinely the worst team in the NFL right now. Genuinely.
Uh, Maybe we're playing like it. It is very sad. Um, Bengals Jaguars. This was actually a very good game. A lot of back
Yeah,
and
I
forth.
liked it.
Jake Browning threw 3 interceptions, which is what I meant when I said he played horribly. But then he led the game-winning drive. So well, I don't know. He's I guess a little inconsistent. Travis Etienne looks like he's doing well, so a lot better than last year. And Jamar Chase, I think he had 2 catches week 1.
Finally popped off. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
now
horrible.
now he's got 14 for 165 and a touchdown. Very interesting to see how him and T. Higgins' productivity changes with Jake Browning at quarterback. But
Yeah.
Seems
I
like
think
he's
they're
feeding
gonna
him the ball
rely a little more on
regardless.
Chase, whereas Burrow likes to distribute between both of them pretty evenly.
Yeah,
And I think they're also
that's
gonna be a
true.
lot more run heavy now
Yeah,
to
I agree.
kind of,
That's a good
as
point.
you were saying, mitigate those Jake Browning interceptions.
Yeah, that is true. I'm just clicking on this one just to highlight how good Mac Jones played. Niners beat the
Oh
Saints
yeah,
in a close one.
Mac
Spencer
Jones
Rattler played very
resurgence
well.
here. Mac Jones
Yeah,
resurgence here, my boy. Like it's actually crazy what he's done through the first 2 weeks.
yeah. Rattler played actually pretty well, but it's crazy. I think he's what 0 and 6. He hasn't won a game yet as a starter, but he's playing well, so I think his time will come eventually. And yeah, Mac Jones, I mean, 26 for 39, 3 touchdowns. And Christian McCaffrey's definitely back. He's been a monster lately. You haven't really heard much about it. Ravens destroy the Browns. Lions
Expected.
absolutely obliterated the
The
Bears.
Bears.
Ben
The
Johnson's
Bears.
return. Controversial game here. Um, the Colts were looking good, man. I thought week
Yeah.
one was a little bit of a fluke,
And who
but
would
they're
have
looking
guessed
good.
Daniel Jones is actually kind of balling out?
He is doing very well. They still haven't punted. They've played 2 games and they haven't punted one time. Very, very
Which is
impressive.
crazy, actually, when
Yeah,
you think about it.
yeah. Their offense is doing very well. Daniel Jones obviously doing well. Tyler Warren, rookie, playing well. Jonathan Taylor is really the star of this team. He has been
I
unreal
mean,
so far.
when the last time he was fully healthy, or no, I believe, yeah, last time he was fully healthy, I think was 2023, no? Or
I
2024.
don't remember. He's like in and out of
But
healthiness.
the year he before that he had an insane season in
Yeah, yeah.
2022.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, great for him. This was the Peyton Manning Bowl, as I like to call it. And then obviously very controversial ending. The Colts kick a field goal to win it. The guy misses the kick, but then they call some stupid penalty that doesn't make any sense. And then
so
they
then they
re-kicked
get
it
a
15
second
yards
chance
closer,
and
and
they
they made it.
make it.
Broncos struggling through the first couple weeks. People thought that they were going to be very good. They barely won in week one against a bad team. Sorry, Oscar, but they are bad.
Yeah.
And then they lose. So I don't know what's going on with the Broncos. Panthers Cardinals, dude. Panthers had a crazy comeback. They had an onside kick, first onside kick recovery of the year. Um, they were losing by forever, by so much, and then they scored a 13 in the fourth quarter, and they had the ball driving to win the game, and they got stopped on fourth down. So it was an entertaining game there at the end. Super Bowl matchup, very heavily defensive led. I mean, you can see Jalen Hurts, he had 100 yards. Like
Yeah.
he's not doing anything. Neither is Mahomes. The defenses here are very good.
I mean, Mahomes
Um,
was efficient in that game, though,
yeah,
relatively.
yeah, I'd say. I mean, only 187 yards. I don't know how, and almost 50% completion percentage. But he's been running the ball a lot more, which is new for him.
Yeah.
And Travis Kelce dropped that pass in the end zone, which could have put them up. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. The Chiefs are 0-2 for the first time since Patrick Mahomes has been there. They lost 3 games in a row for the first time since Patrick Mahomes has been there. I still think they're a good team, but their offense needs to wake up, and they have 0 receivers. Like Tyquan Thornton is your leading wide receiver. Like, what are we doing? It's
Yeah.
it's not good.
It's bad.
They
It's
really
bad.
need Zay Worthy to come back, and they need Rasheed Rice. So we'll see when those two come back if the team changes at all. But yeah, not good from them. Um, Falcons Vikings. One touchdown was scored in this game, and it came with like 3 minutes left. Very defensive, heavy matchup as well, but
Yeah.
it's because their offenses are just terrible.
I'm
Like,
not gonna lie, I did not expect this from the Vikings at all. I understand JJ McCarthy was a rookie quarterback, and even though he got hurt, and
yeah,
um, he still has Aaron Jones and Justin Jefferson. Like, it should not be that hard to score points with those weapons, much less only six.
yeah. They have a lot of stuff going on with their offensive line though. The Falcons defense was very, very good, especially their line. He got
Yeah.
pressured every time. He got sacked like 6 times in the first half, I think it was.
Also, Bijan Robinson is looking really good
Oh
this
yeah.
year.
Bijan Robinson is crazy good. 143 yards rushing on only 22 carries.
Only.
And sorry. Well, what I meant, like 22 carries is a lot, but what I meant is 66.5 yards a carry is
Yeah. is a lot. Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean, they're giving him the ball for a reason.
yeah, absolutely. He's their best player by far, and it's definitely showing. And Michael Penix, he hasn't really needed to do a lot in his young career, but he's been keeping him in games, so that's good. And then Monday night doubleheader. First game was a great
Baker
game.
Mayfield, baby. Baker
Yeah,
Mayfield.
game-winning drive. Overcame I think a couple fourth downs to lead them on the opening drive. Game-winning drive. They scored with like 6 seconds left on a Rashad White run, and yeah, it was really good at first. They scored on their first two drives, and then a lot of defense, a lot of punts, and then the end, was pretty fun. But Baker Mayfield is really something, man. I love him. I love watching him. Very, very entertaining player. Very good
Me
player.
too.
And CJ Stroud, his offensive line is not giving him any favors, but he has not looked good at all. Obviously, holy Jaquavius. I've never seen that name before in my life. Who the heck? Oh, I'm an idiot. It's Woody Marks. I didn't know that was his name. Woody
Jaquavius
Marks' name is
Marks.
Joquavius, and why did they have that there? They should put Woody. I've never heard of anyone ever call him Joquavius. That's hilarious. Anyway, yeah, not really doing much with the ball. I mean, Nico only had 3 catches.
Nick Chubb. It's
At
good to see Nick Chubb playing at least
Yeah,
again.
that is true. Nick Chubb had a couple good. He only had 12, but he had a couple nice ones in there. So
And a
and the
breakaway
touchdown.
touchdown. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's good. We'll see how the Texans get any better. And then this game was just boring. I don't say football games are boring too often, but this one was just boring.
I
Like,
mean, it's good to see the Chargers like emergence this year so far. Like
yeah,
maybe
Herbo's
they
been
can
playing very well.
maybe they can compete for the AFC West.
Yeah, I mean they're in first place. We got the Chargers are 2-0, the Broncos and Raiders are both 1-1, and the Chiefs are 0-2, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. And Herbert has been playing very, very well. And their defense is good too, although Khalil Mack had a pretty nasty wrist injury. I think he broke his wrist, although I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. Uh, Geno Smith, very uncharacteristic of him. 3 interceptions, and he only had 3 interceptions. That is how I should put it. He was throwing the ball in harm's way every time. I don't know if you watched the game.
Yeah, I
Um,
did watch some of the game. I was that game kind of overlapped a bit with the Bucks game, and it was later at night, but I
yeah,
watched
it
more or
ended
less
it.
the
Yeah,
end of it. Yeah, I
yeah,
watched more or less the end of it of the game, and at that point the Chargers were already winning, but I saw Gino was kind of just slinging that thing, man.
yeah. He was not safe with the ball at all. He threw his
Was he
first pick
like that
came
at
on
the
the first
beginning of
play
the
of the
game
game.
too? Oh, I was about to say because
Yeah,
I was watching towards the end of the game and they were already down by quite a bit, so I just thought he was slinging that thing to kind of just get back into the game. But if he
yeah.
was playing
Nah,
like
he
that from the
was.
beginning, that's crazy.
Yeah, he was. He was playing like that from the beginning. First play of the game through an interception, like I said, but he was doing that the entire game, and they actually had multiple chance. Like they were losing the whole game. It looked like they had no shot, and then they kicked this field goal in the fourth quarter, which made it a two-possession game, and they had an opportunity. Well, sorry, no, it was already a two-possession game, but they could like it allowed them to get a field goal and then a touchdown, and they had an opportunity to go down and score a touchdown with a good amount of time left. Um, and then be able to and they had all three of their timeouts, so they could have played it out, not having to do an onside. And they could have gotten the ball back and scored a field goal and tied the game, which would have been crazy because they were doing nothing the whole game. Um, and they had the ball, they were in field goal range. All they needed to do was kick a field goal and kick the punt and kick the ball off, and then they had a chance to get a stop, score touchdown. And Gino throws a pick in the end zone, and I'm like, all right, bro, like this game is over. There's no shot. Like they had their chance. They actually had a chance, and Gino just threw it away. A play later, Amari Hampton fumbles the ball, and the Raiders get the ball back already, with the starting field position in Charger territory, where they could have just done the same thing, kicked the field goal, blah blah blah, and they tried to score, and I think Gino got sacked on fourth down,
Yeah, it was a
and then
four and
the, and
out.
and then the game, or yeah, yeah, and then the game ended, and I was like, bro, they had their chances. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, very very interesting. just something about the AFC West. First of all, that game was played on Pete Carroll's birthday. He became the oldest head coach to ever coach an NFL team, which I thought was very interesting. And I watched this video that made me realize this. I think it's pretty cool. The AFC West coaches are crazy, legendary coaches with a lot of background, a lot of experience in the league. Very, well-renowned NFL coaches, and they're all in the same division. So I think that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Andy Reid, Harbaugh, Sean Payton, and Pete Carroll. So that was that. That was the last game there, and yeah. So that is week 2 in the NFL. Oscar, any other thoughts that you'd like to add?
Now you kind of hit all the bases.
Yeah. All right. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your favorite part of the podcast. We got
Favorite part of the
week
poll.
3
Predictions.
predictions. And Oscar, unfortunately, we have to start it off with Thursday Night Football,
Oh
where the
boy.
Dolphins play the Bills in Buffalo. I think people are talking bad about us. Like, the Dolphins were never talked about in the media ever because we always sucked. And then last couple of years, we started getting good. They started hyping us up. Exciting team, great offense, blah, blah, blah. And now we suck again. But instead of the media stop talking about us, now they're talking about us a lot in a bad way. And
Yeah.
everyone's talking about how
And
bad, how
honestly,
much the Dolphins
deservedly
suck.
so.
Yeah, deservedly so, I'd say. And everyone's talking about how much the Dolphins suck. And now, on top of that, we have to play the best team in the league, in my opinion, best team in the league,
Yeah.
in Buffalo on Thursday night, where everyone's going to watch. This is not going to go well. Oscar, I already know what you're going to say, but who you got?
This week, no. It's the Bills, sadly. I can't
Yeah,
even use my upset alert on that because it's just not gonna happen.
yeah. Um, so, you know, this. Tell me what you think of this. I'm gonna pick the Dolphins. I'm gonna pick the Dolphins. Here's why. Here's why. Here's why. Um, so yeah, in my mind, do I think the Bills are gonna destroy us? Yeah, I said that. However, I have a really hard time, like, just in my heart picking against my team. I feel like I'm gonna let them down. Also, on like a crazy chance that the Dolphins win, imagine if I picked the Bills and the Dolphins won. I'd feel terrible. Which actually have already experienced this. I picked Alabama to beat Florida State in week 1, and we saw how that went. So I was very happy, and I was like, bro, I can't like, I had no faith in my team, bro. So I'm going with the Dolphins. I'm picking the Dolphins. I might pick the Dolphins every week. You never know. But
Um,
I have to do it. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, that would be very Dolphins-esque of them to lose the first 2 games of the season against easy opponents. Easy opponents
Yeah,
going into the. I mean, the Colts have been playing good, but week 1,
yeah,
everybody thought the Colts was going to be a bad team. Um,
yeah,
and then to go up against arguably what, like you were saying, the best. I also think they're probably the best. Them or the Eagles, the best team in the country right now, and for them to somehow pull up a BS win, that would be very Dolphins-esque. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
no, I'm gonna go with the Bills.
All right, that's very understandable.
My Dolphins have just let me down, man. I have no
Yeah.
faith in them right at
Oh,
this current point in time.
I know. It's sad. It's very sad. Mark obviously is not here. He has not made his picks yet, but when he does, I will include them in the prediction records. So you guys will see it next episode at the beginning of next episode. Um, Bengals versus Vikings. First game on Sunday, 1 o'clock.
You know,
Uh,
if you would have asked Oscar preseason, you know, he might have even picked the Vikings, especially if you would have told him Joe Burrow's out of the game. He would
yeah,
have go, yeah, Vikings all day. But not after what I've seen for the Vikings first 2 weeks. Give me the Bengals.
yeah. Well, so it's two backup quarterbacks. It's Browning and it's Carson Wentz for the Vikings. I feel
Which
like
I trust Carson Wentz a little bit more, but I think the
I do.
Bengals are just a little
I
bit of a more well-rounded team.
Yeah. It's tough. I think actually I'm gonna go with the Vikings. I think with Joe Burrow and JJ McCarthy, I think the Bengals would definitely win. But I think when you have two backup quarterbacks, you gotta look at their experience and you gotta look at the defense. And Carson Wentz, I trust Carson Wentz more than I trust Jake Browning. And I think the Vikings defense is way better than the Bengals defense.
Yeah, but
So for
they
that
couldn't
reason, I'm going with
stop
the
the Atlanta
Vikings.
Falcons, man. You expect them to stop the Bengals offense?
Oh, they crushed the Falcons. The Falcons only scored one touchdown with 4 minutes left. Other than that, they had to kick 5 field goals. They played very well against the Falcons offense. Now, granted, they have a rookie quarterback, basically second year quarterback, but I think that the
All
Vikings defense is great. But
right. I
we'll
mean,
see.
don't get me wrong. I said that on paper, this team. I mean, you look what I said at the beginning of the season. They have one of the best defenses in the league,
Yeah, yeah.
but they just haven't been playing up to par.
I think they have though. I think they have. I feel like, first week the Bears they let the Bears like score a lot in the first half, but second half they completely shut the Bears down and then they shut the Falcons down with the exception of Bijan Robinson. And even
I
though he
mean,
rushed for 150 yards, they only gave up field goals until, last couple minutes that touchdown that they scored, they let them score because they wanted the ball back. So they really haven't even let a touchdown go in six quarters of football. But
we will see. We'll see. We'll see.
Texans versus the Jaguars. Interesting game. I really think that um, both teams are not great. I think the quarterbacks there have questions, but I'll let you go first.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna go with the Jags.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so, man.
yeah. I'm gonna. I don't know how the Jaguars' defense has been. Oh, actually, they played well against Browning. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars as well. I think their defense is good, and the Texans' offensive line is very bad. So if they can pressure C.J. Stroud with Eric Armstead, Trayvon Walker, I think that they might win that game. Colts versus the Titans. I think this actually, divisional matchup. I think this could be very interesting. I think Titans have a good shot at winning. Um, but I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Colts. I'm gonna pick the Colts. Danny Dimes been playing well. I'll pick them
Yeah.
until I see otherwise.
Sadly, I'm gonna agree with you. The Colts are on a bit of a heater right now. Now, I'm not gonna bet against them for this week, so give me
Yeah,
the Colts as well.
yeah, I I agree. Raiders versus the Commanders. I'll go with the Commanders. Actually, they got Mariota though. See, this whole backup quarterback thing is throwing me off. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, what do I think? I think the Raiders are gonna win this game.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Why?
they're
Why is
gonna.
that?
Geno Smith's gonna want to play way better than he did last week. The Commanders have just not impressed me so far through this season. I said they were gonna regress, but I don't think they. I expected them to regress slightly later in the season. I didn't think they were gonna look this bad this early. Um, and yeah, I just haven't seen anything from the Commanders receivers, if I'm being honest. Like everything, all of the offense has been burdened on Jaden Daniels. Like I don't care how good your quarterback is, unless you're Josh Allen, literally. You can't just backpack a team to victory. Like it just doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Especially a second year quarterback, man. Um, the defense it's been all right. But yeah, I don't really trust this Commanders offense right now. And yeah, for that reason, I'm gonna have to go with the Raiders. Not even as an upset, man. I just think the Raiders are generally just a bit better right now.
yeah.
And speaking of the Raiders, Asher Jency needs to learn how to block, man. I understand you're a rushing running back, that very great offensive weapon, but you need a block for your quarterback, man. What are
Yeah.
we doing? I don't care if you're like the third pick in the draft, which he wasn't, but
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I'm actually gonna go with the Commanders. I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. I feel like Mariota has been a good backup quarterback, so
oh, absolutely throughout the years.
yeah.
But
So that's my pick.
uh,
Very excited for this matchup. I think this might be one of the better matchups of the week. Rams versus the Eagles. I'm a big Rams guy. I really want to pick the Rams. I actually picked them in the NFC divisional round last year, and I was wrong.
that was a
Um,
great game.
well, it was a good game. It was a good game. I'm really struggling with this one. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams. They gotta win at some point, right? I'm going with the Rams.
Wow, can't believe you said that.
Yeah.
You want to know why?
Oh, that was your upset alert? My fault.
Do you hear that?
First Oscars upset alert while he's been on the pod. Let's go.
You love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, look, I didn't believe in them coming into the year. Not that I didn't believe in them. I've been impressed with what I've seen from the Rams so far this year. And the Eagles, they are still good, especially from what we've seen the first 2 weeks. They took care of business last week against the Chiefs in Arrowhead. All right. Jalen Hurts talking a little trash at the end of the game. All right, you love to see it. Right? If I was from Philly right now, I'd be like, go Birds, go Birds. But I'm not. All right? I'm not. I respect that team to the utmost degree. All right, Super Bowl champs right there. Saquon Barkley still out of this world. But you look at the receivers, they have done next to nothing. All right, Saquon has literally been the offense so far this year. The defense is still elite. I'm not gonna lie, very good. But what have I seen from the Rams? Their defense has been great, and their offense. Oh my God, Matthew Stafford, you are aging like fine wine, young man. All right, still the prettiest throw in my opinion in the NFL. All right, you watch that man throw a deep ball, and it's just majestic. All right, the spiral on that thing is crazy. Is it a little bit of glaze? Maybe, but look. I like the Rams. All right. Those players are definitely going to remember what happened last year in the snow. And this is going to be a vendetta game for the Rams. All right. The Eagles is just another week for them. They're here to take care of business. They're here to try to stay on top. And obviously they're the team to beat. And I think the Rams, they know that, and they're going to take that personally because they lost last year against this team. And this is going to be a statement game for them. So give me the Rams and the upset alert.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Hopefully we'll be right. Yeah, so next game we got the NFC South matchup, Falcons at the Panthers. I'm gonna
Oh,
go with the
and real
Falcons.
quick,
Sorry.
Nakua and Devontae Adams. Have you seen the way Devontae Adams has been playing for the Rams?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely majestic. All right, you love to see it, especially after everything he suffered the last 3 years.
Very true, very true. Uh, Falcons Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I think it's gonna be
Yeah,
a closer game,
me too. But the
divisionally,
Panthers are just
but
not ready just yet.
I agree. Next we got the Steelers at the Patriots. Give me the Steelers. Got the
I
Steelers.
agree as well.
I don't know. I feel like these last couple games have been easy picks, and that means we're gonna be wrong. So that's great.
Yeah,
Packers Browns again. Going with the
Packers.
Packers.
Packers are just probably the most informed team behind the Chargers right now. Or
Yeah,
actually, you could make a case for them being number one, but
yeah.
the
I
Packers are scary, man.
I really like. I'm scared for Joe Flacco's life. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he's gonna get obliterated. Like who's he's gonna get sacked 50 times. Jets at the Buccaneers. I'm going with Tampa.
Bucks, yeah.
These seem too easy. I'm scared.
By the way,
Uh,
every
yeah.
year Todd under Todd Bowles his regime in Tampa, they've started 2-0 every
Really?
single year. Yeah,
Wow. Does that mean they're gonna lose now?
I don't know. I hope not,
How have they
but
been
they have
3-0 at all?
no, they have not been 3-0 all 3 years that he's been there. But
But like a couple times, right? Hopefully,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
Okay. Broncos Chargers AFC West Divisional again. I'm going with the Chargers. I like what I've been seeing from Mr. Herbert. And the Broncos have not been playing well. So
yeah. Give me the Chargers as well. Now, if Mark was here, we know what he'd choose.
yes, we would. Although last oh no, he did pick the Broncos last week. My fault. Yeah, yeah. So we do know. I can just put that in. Saint Seahawks.
Go
Bro,
Birds! Go Birds!
you're going with the Seahawks? You know,
Yeah.
I was actually gonna pick the Saints. I feel like
Look at you feeling your little inner college upset alert.
I picked the Saints last week and they almost won, bro. I was like, Mac Jones isn't that good. Rattlers gotta win the game, and I was wrong. But I don't know, dude. I feel like I don't really trust Sam Darnold too much. He like they beat the Steelers, but that was kind of helped by Caleb Johnson not knowing how to do a kickoff. and also Sam Darnold's numbers weren't too good.
Also,
And I feel
Cooper
like
Cup
Rattlers got to
was
win
really
at
good
some
in that
point.
game.
What'd you say?
Cooper Cup was really good in that game too.
Yeah, it's true. I love Cooper Cup. He's my dog. Um, I don't know. Do I want to do it? I don't know. Maybe the Seahawks defense is good. It's actually a tougher one for me. Um, who did the Seahawks play week 1? Do you remember?
No clue.
I gotta do some research real quick. Seahawks, they lost to the 49ers. No,
Yep.
yes. They lost to the 49ers. Um, Let me see real quick.
Which the
So Darnold,
49ers own them,
two
so I
picks,
don't
two
really
touchdowns.
take too much into account for that game.
Yeah,
That's
that's
always a bogey.
true.
That's always a bogey game for the Seahawks.
That is true. Nah, I'm going with the Seahawks. If the Saints win, I'm actually gonna be sad, but I can't do it just yet. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. Next
Wise
game
choice.
we got the Cowboys and the Bears. Give me the boys. I feel
Yeah,
like they're pretty good.
the Cowboys are gonna take that game. They need a yeah.
Yeah, they do
They're
need
gonna
to
win that
win.
game.
Cardinals at the 49ers with Mac Jones. I'm gonna go with Arizona actually. I feel like I don't know if that's an
I
upset,
I was gonna do
but
the same thing actually.
I feel
I
like
think it's
they're
gonna be a
good.
very closely contested game, but I think
I agree.
the quarterback. It's gonna come down to the quarterbacks. Kyler Murray's just a little bit better than Mac Jones. So
Yeah. And the Cardinals usually play well against the Niners, so I like them there.
yeah,
Sunday Night Football, Chiefs at the Giants. Dude, Giants actually look pretty good, but I cannot see a world where the Chiefs are 0-3.
yeah. I mean, either they're my home statement game possibly. So
Yeah. Yep. And then great
and
game.
Monday Night Football. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
baby.
Monday Night Football, Lions Ravens. Now, last time they played, the Ravens obliterated them. So maybe
Yeah.
it's not, but hopefully this will be a better game. I'm gonna go. Actually, yeah, wow. It's crazy because I feel like this is gonna be very close. I feel like it's gonna be a good game. It's hard for me to imagine the fact that they played a couple week like last year and the Lions got destroyed. But I'm still gonna go with Baltimore. I like Baltimore here.
I agree as well, Colin. The reason I'm gonna go with Baltimore is because their offense has looked absolutely unstoppable. So,
Yeah,
and the
that is
Lions
true.
defense has been kind of underwhelming, honestly, from what I expected them from last year. So,
Well,
I think
they did destroy the Bears, although maybe the Bears are not too good.
offensively,
But
yeah, no,
yeah,
not really, but
yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. Oscar and I have made our picks. We'll get Mark's picks in at some point before the games start, and we disagreed on 3 games. So our records are going to be very similar again, and we'll see how good we do relative to Mark. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up for this week on the Get It Right Saturday Night podcast. Um, hopefully our predictions are right. Hopefully the Dolphins do not embarrass us. They're going to lose, but hopefully they do not embarrass us. And hopefully the Canes play a good game against the Gators. Hopefully for you, Oscar, game day goes well. I can't wait to hear all about it. Uh, and yeah, so thank you
hopefully you
guys.
see me on TV.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Specifically winning $1 million by
Well, I
kicking a
wouldn't
field goal.
be winning $1 million, but that would be crazy.
200, well, it was like 300 last week. Or
It was
actually 600.
200K, yeah, it was
I
200K.
think I think they like combined it. I think it was like closer to like 600,
It was
500.
600K, but it was 200K for the kicker. So,
Okay, all right. So
yeah.
200, one between 1 and 300, you never know. You never know. Hopefully you'll get that. No more podcasts, obviously, if that happens, we're gonna be retired, so you already know. Sorry, guys. Um,
Definitely not,
yeah.
definitely not. Don't worry.
Yeah, so I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Peace and love, baby. See you next week.